I have been saying for quite some time that if Alex Jones didn't exist, the moneyed powers that be in this country, the secret agencies that he rails upon, would create him. Because the one thing Alex Jones does is he always changes the focus from the reality of what is in many respects entities, groups of people with aligned interests, acting in their own best interest, but they're aligned, are doing to redistribute wealth upwards, to create depress wages, to make the masses consumerist, whatever it is. Here is a perfect example of Alex Jones basically saying, well, let's just listen to what he says.
I ran into this couple times in the last 2 weeks.
This is a caller, I guess, on Alex Jones' program.
Before that, I never even heard of it. But the Koch Brothers, KOCH, and how they relate to the Tea Party.
Oh, you're talking about the Koch Brothers. Yeah, the Koch Brothers have funded the Democrats as well as the Republicans, and they're just basically apolitical, but they're not complete communist, and they own their own big empire in oil and gas and plastic and paper and you name it, and there's other mafias trying to muscle them out. But they've had their pipeline down to Texas shut down, which I'd like to have a pipeline. I'd like to have more oil from Canada instead of Saudi Arabia. But regardless, it becomes a political boogeyman for the controlled left to act like they're actually running everything when they're just part of it and part of the power structure. But they actually supported Bill Clinton. They were big supporters of Bill Clinton. They rode that train to fame and power. I mean, any big combine is going to be working in government to protect their interests, but also shut down their competition. But of all the virulent forms of centralized...
All right, pause it for a second. Let me go through some of the complete and total fabrications this guy has just stated. One, they don't fund Democrats. Two, apolitical. One of them bought their way on to the Libertarian Party ticket 30 years ago, before they had multiple billions of dollars. They have spent in the past 4 years almost $1 billion in funding Heritage Foundation, Heartland, Hillsdale College, Freedom Works, the Americans for Freedom for Prosperity, the Tea Party, Freedom for Freedom for Freedom. They just came out with another $250 million they just spent in the last 2 years that we didn't even know about. It's absurd to say these people are apolitical. You would have to be completely shut off from any source of information or just lying to say that. And you also could not know anything about oil pipelines to not know that that pipeline, the Keystone XL pipeline, which they have a huge interest in, the Koch brothers, is going to ship that oil down to refineries in the Gulf and be sold to China. It is not going to replace any Saudi Arabian oil in this country, not one drop of it. Plus, you would also not know, if that was the case, that Saudi Arabian oil makes up a tiny fraction of our imported oil. Most of our imported oil comes from Canada and Mexico. How is it possible that Alex Jones doesn't know this? Does he not have a computer? Does he not read? That I don't believe. Let's continue.
But of all the virulent forms of centralized mega rich, they're on a scale of 1 to 10 of being inside operators. I'd make them about a 4. Whereas Warren Buffett's a 10. David Rockefeller's a 10. Lord Rothschild's a 10. I mean, they're in there driving the agenda. The globalists hate the Koch brothers because they're not for carbon taxes. because that would hurt their business. I mean, it really comes down to that. And it gets even more sophisticated than that. But I hope that answers your question. But yeah, here it is. New Republic calling for Obama to dissolve Congress.
Let me. The part that he left out, the part about the complicated thing is, I take Koch money. That's the part that's more complicated that I can't really get into. They're number 4. There is no doubt in my mind that that guy gets money from the Koch brothers. There is not a shred of doubt in my mind. After hearing those series of lies that he just told, because as crazy as he is, there is no way that he doesn't know what he is saying a lie. There is no doubt in my mind. And the idea that don't pay attention to the guys who are putting $1 billion into American politics. Pay attention to Lord Rothschild and all the people coming out of Mount Shasta. That is the perfect example of why Alex Jones is so dangerous. He takes people who have legitimate concerns that we're getting screwed over by the very wealthy who have aligned interests and gives them some type of rubber ducky toy to play with that is all about conspiracies and Bilderbergers and people talking to owls in the woods. That's the real truth is over here. Play with your diddle. Let me play with my diddle thing over here. Pay no attention to the guys who are putting $1 billion into American politics. I mean, honestly, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Alex Jones should have had his call screener do something about that so they didn't have to embarrass himself like that.
The listener who sent us this clip, Jake Mulvaney, he pointed out how all those people he mentioned, Rothschild, Rockefeller, they're all worth billions and billions and billions less than the Koch brothers. Like, their net worth is like only a little bit more.
That's a secret. That's not true, actually. They have real money. The Koch brothers, billions of dollars, that's fake money.
There's a secret.
There is no doubt in my mind that he is taking money from them. Not a single doubt in my mind.
I like what you're saying, though. You're like, he's actually literally like, no. The Koch brothers, their money is fake.
Their money's they're number 4.
They're number 4, not fake. The money that I get from them.
Their money is American fiat currency. The money that those other people I mentioned, they pay in an alien form of money that comes from Mount Shasta. There are secret ATMs that you can see only if you are a part lizard. Lizard money.